Welcome to ComSpark. We are in Indianapolis today. My name is Doug Theis, and joining me is Stan Boultinghouse, Corporate Director of Information Services for BMWC Constructors. Stan, welcome.
Glad to be here, Doug.
You have always had a real focus on people, but I'd like to start out with a little more technology-focused question. What are you doing these days to protect your organization from cybersecurity threats?
Well, we're attacking it from multiple angles. We have a company that we have just brought on board to help us with penetration testing and both internal and external auditing and scanning to see what's afoot with respect to those things that are high risk with respect to cybersecurity. We have a company-wide data encryption initiative, both in terms of individual PCs, laptops, servers, SANs. We have a contract with probably the premier safety and behavioral trainer with respect to cybersecurity, and trying to stay ahead of a problem that we know we can't stay ahead of, but we need to do our very best to protect the organization.
Very nice. You're a mid-market size company. How many employees?
That's not an easy question. We have probably between 220 and 250 general administrative employees, and we have anywhere from 500 to 2,000 craftspeople, pipe fitters, boilermakers, etc., that work for us, and that will vary depending on our project load.
We're seeing companies of your size have a challenge really hiring and retaining IT staff. Is that something that you've faced?
Not really. We're not particularly deep. We're a very flat organization intentionally. I have a staff of 7. Probably the average tenure is 15 years.
Wow.
But I think that my retention is because we are so flat. Retention isn't a problem particularly, it's finding the people. We know we're going to need both development talent and probably network administration talent and maybe desktop support talent, and finding those people that are a good fit for us has proven to be difficult.
Very interesting. So you're quite selective.
Yes, we don't want one-shot goodbye kind of folks. We'd like people that like us, that are a good fit for the culture, that find our particular mix of technology challenging enough. We're not leading edge. So at times that can be a challenge because we're not out there bleeding with respect to technology. So a lot of folks may not find that interesting enough.
Let's talk about the other direction on the org chart. What do you feel like the appropriate relationship is between the C-suite or the CEO and the IT organization?
Well, I think that I've been very fortunate over my 29 years at BMWC, I am old, to have leadership that have given me enough rope and encouragement and budget to do what I need to do, and have often challenged me at times with respect to technology. So I think the orientation is one of constant contact. I'm in their offices probably at least once a month or more. They're down in mine, and we're talking about the challenges and the opportunities that exist within the organization. And I'll probably get a article or a missive of some kind from my CEO or the chairman about, hey, why aren't we doing this? Are we doing this? And recognizing we can't do everything. I'm fortunate that I have to kind of say, hey, hold up, guys. We need to make sure we take care of the basics before we pursue things that are beyond our either technical competence or our capacity. So the relationship should be one of a peer. And it should be one where you're seated at the table, where you understand the organization's direction, strategic focus, and that you're constantly having discussions about where does technology fit.
Fantastic. You have many times, in my experience with you, talked about the influence of your father in leadership.
Sure.
Is there a quote that comes to mind when you think of your father and how to be a great leader?
Well, there's a couple of things. He may have never said this, but his influence made me understand that as a leader, it's not about you, it's never been about you, it will never be about you. Your job is to put your people in a position to succeed, not to be too prescriptive, to have high expectations at all times. Similar to, I was thinking about it on the way here, actually. My parents had great expectations. And those expectations can either be an encouragement or a burden. And for me, it was always an encouragement because it was reinforcing, I can, you can. Not that you can do anything and everything, but you can do what you're supposed to be doing and what you put your mind to. And I try to do that with my people. I am not always successful. Trying to do a better job after 29 years of keeping my mouth shut and let my people do their jobs, especially when the heat is on, because they don't need me looking over their shoulder, tapping my watch, asking when something's going to be fixed. So I have regularly asked that question, especially of my network administrator, am I staying out of your business sufficiently?
That's really good. You've been watching ComSpark. If you would be interested in more information, please go to comspark.tech on the web. Stan, it's always a pleasure to chat with you. Thank you very much for being involved in this.
Again, thank you for asking me to come today.